everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Letty, this is Letty Sparkle. So in today's video we're just going to be trying out a few products because I did try them out yesterday. I did a first impressions with my daughter on a couple of these products and I wasn't wowed by them, but I think there was a few issues. So I'm just going to retry them on again, do them a different way and see how it works out. So I've already moisturised my skin and everything. I'm just going to get a brush. This brush. So this is a Black Canvas Cosmetics F20 brush. And the first product I'm going to try out is the Maybelline SuperStay foundation in shade E040 Fawn. This is the same foundation as the Maybelline SuperStay. This is obviously not my shade, but this one. This is the liquid foundation. So I normally love stick foundations and I wasn't keen on this because when I tried to contour and stuff it kind of rubbed off what I'd done, so I wasn't very impressed with that. So I don't know if it was because of my application or because of everything else. So let's just put it on and see what it comes up with. But I thought quickly sit down and do this just so that I can get a bit of a more understanding of what's going on. So my moisturizer's all in, so let's just go for it. Now I think this shade, yesterday I used the corrector from NYX underneath, so I'll pop the a link to the video if you haven't seen it already down below or here somewhere. I was going to kind of, yesterday I used a Chart Tape Shape sponge. Oh, I don't like this. No, this is not dense enough. Maybe a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush will be better. Now, I bought the same shade that I did have in the liquid foundation in a formula, because I just assumed they'd be the same, and I think they are pretty similar, to be fair. It's very close to my natural skin tone. But yes, it's Sunday morning today. Kids have gone to their grandparents. So I am working, but I am not working till 10, so it's currently 9 in the morning. So I've got an hour to kind of get this done. I don't know how I feel about it. This doesn't really look... It kind of evens out my skin tone. It does do that. But I actually think that's probably... It's not very full coverage. What does it say? Creamy matte formula and precision blender. Do you think maybe I should try with the blender? I don't really want to try with this blender thing. It's kind of a bit weird. But I don't feel, to be honest, like it's blending. And I really like stick foundations normally. I find them really easy to blend. This one, not so much. And it's really warm in here today. It's not like it's cold. So like that's affecting the formula or anything. But it's not covered anything up. Like nothing on my face is covered. Yeah, I'm not really... I don't know. I'll go for another layer. Should try and see if this works. I'm not really feeling it. The sun's about to come straight in this room, so I apologise if the light's a bit weird. No, I just don't think I'm going to like this foundation. I mean, it's not got much product in it either. That's quite... I mean, I've only used it twice, so look how much product's left. I'm going to go in with a sponge. Just going to go in with the sponge just to see if that kind of blends out a bit better. I think it looks around camera from what I can see from the viewfinder. And it sits in the skin well. It's just not very full coverage, like I can... And I think it's like lifting. I've got a few blemishes down here and you can just see them. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Like over here, it just doesn't look like there's anything on. Like I've just kind of wiped it off. Does it look like I've got anything on? I don't think it does. Let me bring it in closer. It's just here I've got a problem with. I just think it looks patchy. I'm going to try and salvage it with like powder, but I don't know. On yesterday's video, there was an issue with the concealer and the powder. So I'm going to go in with, I'm just going to go with the NYX. NYX. No, I'm going to go with the Born This Way because I love that concealer. I'm just going to try and conceal and everything with this. Do a bit of highlighting. Just going to cover a bit here because I'm really dark here. I let my cat like stroke my face and I've got like a reaction. Just going to kind of blend that in around the mouth first. I'm probably not going to do my eyes on camera today. I'm going to leave my eyes to do. I might do like a colourful look or something. I don't think I'm going to have time. I really wanted to film my review of, where is the palette? Oh, this palette. Of the Revolution, Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless. Forever Flawless Beds of Paradise palette, which is beautiful. But I don't think I'm going to have time to play with it properly without me rushing it before I start work. So I might leave that one for maybe tomorrow night. I'm trying to film as much as I can in the last couple of days to try and see how I go. Now I used this powder yesterday again, but the concealer was very light for me yesterday. This concealer is much better. So I'm going to try this again. And I'm not going to bake with it or anything, I'm just going to set my under eyes. It comes with a cute little mirror underneath, which I really like, and I love the packaging for this. It's very, very cute. So I'm just going to pop a little bit underneath my eyes. That's all I need to do. Let's take a closer look. It's semi under eyes. It's not as good as the Laura Mercier one, but then is there one that's as good as that? I don't think so. But I really, yeah, it's okay. For like an everyday powder, it might be alright. It wasn't cheap, it was like £8. So which is for drugstore, I think is quite a lot, to be fair. Especially for Revolution. It's okay, it's nothing to write home about. It's looking okay. We'll see how it melts in once I've done all my rest of my face. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to set the rest of my face. Do I set it with this, do you reckon? Should I use this to set it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should. I'm going to use the Real Techniques 103 brush. This is from like the bold section, I think it is. I'm going to go in and kind of press that in and then blend it. And I don't normally set my foundation, to be fair, but yesterday when I was contouring and stuff after I'd done all this, my foundation had like come off a little bit, so I just thought if I maybe set it, maybe it won't be as bad. Okay, that looks okay. And then, so put that to the side. Used this shade, this pure 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup. So this is a powder, and I used this for contour yesterday. So I'll I used this again today. This is in shade Deeper. And I'm just going to go in. I used a different brush yesterday, so I'm going to go in with a different brush today. Actually, no, I use the same brush, which is the Luxie 512 Small Contouring Brush. So I'm going to use this one just to contour a little bit. It's quite a warm shade, to be fair, to contour with, but will kind of bronze up more than contour. Maybe the other shade will be better. This one's not, it's a bit, it's just as warm. It's not warmer. So we're going to do that, and then I might go in with a different shade to kind of contour. This is just to bronze, I think, more than anything. Just to warm up the skin a little bit. Just do on the temples. I really struggle with these scraggly hairs. It's annoying. Actually, I was meant to delete my my video from yesterday and I haven't, so it's probably going to run out of memory in a minute. I'm not liking how any of this is looking. I don't know if it's the lighting in here. Nope. I'm going to go in with this shade here from the Revolution Contour Palette, just because it's a bit more cool toned. Just to contour a little. And I just kind of do that in like circular motions. And I kind of do it just underneath where we've kind of bronzed up. It's not really blending it around here. It's just giving me like a continuous neck. It's just not, I don't know what's going on today. Do you know what I think is going to end up happening? I'm going to take all this off. So this video is going to be an absolute fail. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bit of blush, try and save it that way. So I'm going to use the same blush I was yesterday, which is the Botanic Pink Freesia blush. This is in, I like the like embossed pattern on it, it's quite cute. I'm just going to take a blush brush. I have this little like thing here on my face, my skin, where product struggles to stick to. I never really noticed it, to be honest, but for my makeup today I'm really noticing it. And yesterday I really noticed it as well. But I think I've done enough to actually give you a second opinion on the foundation. I don't like it. The only place it looks nice is my forehead. The rest of my face, like here, I've got a bit of texture at the moment. Like I said, I had a reaction to the cat, so I have got a bit of texture here. It doesn't blend things well, like underneath, on top. Like, yeah, it's gone really patchy. I'll bring it closer. So where I've tried to blend like my contour and blush, it did this yesterday. It kind of lifts the product underneath and it goes all patchy, like here. And then up down here, it doesn't look like I've got any product on at all on my skin. So I'll see how it looks on camera, but in real life it doesn't look bad. The only place that it looks nice is my forehead. That looks nice. But that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is actually take all this off and then I'll do my makeup later. But I just wanted to come back on because it was kind of my eyes yesterday because it was so light. You'll see what I mean if you've seen the video, you know what I mean. The concealer, the shade of the concealer was really light for me. I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer in this shade, and it's just far too light for me, so I might get a darker shade and try it again. Because actually the formula I think isn't too bad. I think what keeps throwing me off is the actual shade. But I am actually really hot. It's really hot in here today. But I don't like how this looks, how the texture's picked up. Maybe with a primer, maybe it needs to soften my skin as a primer. I don't use primers very often, and a lot of the time I find that's okay. Yeah, so it's not something I tend to use, so I don't know why that would affect it anyway. I'm just going to put a bit of this lip balm, can I just say, is one of the best lip balms I've ever had. I got this in New York when I went in December, and it's a Sephora one. It's this, if you're in America, it's this one. I've got the shade Coconut. I was cooking Coconut lip balm. They've got different packages. Elsie has the vanilla one, so I bought that for her. They are $6, so they're not like, that's quite cheap, isn't it? It's sounding like about £4.50, £5, like that. Then that's not too expensive. But I had a really bad cold a few weeks ago, so my lips were really, really sore and dry, and then all around my nose was really red and crackly where I kept blowing it, and I just used that around my nose. I just kind of blended it in with my finger, and I normally use Pseudo-Creme, and which works really well, but it stings, doesn't it, when it goes onto like sore skin. And I used that, and oh my god, it was amazing. Like, my nose did not peel, it was just perfect. I used it like most days, like as soon as I put it on my lips, I just kind of rubbed a little bit around my nose, and it worked fine. It was really good. Kind of going off subject though, but yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this quick second opinion. I think it's not very often that I try something that I don't like, because I kind of do a lot of research before I buy things. I kind of wanted to try this foundation anyway, but yeah, this is a kind of a fail, to be fair. Not really impressed with it at all compared to the one that I love, which is the SuperStay liquid foundation. I love that foundation. This isn't the same formula at all. Obviously it's a cream formula, but I just don't like it. I don't like how it blends. I don't like it. So this one unfortunately gets a no from me. I mean, if you've used this and you use it a different way, I mean, I tried it on with a blender, I tried it on with a brush, maybe the blender full, but my blender full's dirty, I need to clean it. Maybe if I try on with the blender full, maybe it will blend better or something like that. But I think the issue I have here is this texture, so maybe when I haven't got the texture, I'll try. But then even when I tried to rub other products on top of it, it just kind of came off anyway. So I don't know, but yes, I just kind of wanted to come back on, quickly put it on again, because I think maybe yesterday I just didn't know it properly, but clearly it's just the foundation. I mean, it looks alright on camera from what I can see on the viewfinder, but yeah, I'm not keen. Anyway, I'm just babbling and saying the same thing over and over again for no apparent reason. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you, bye bye.